So my name is Diego Leon. I'm a rising senior, and I go to Belen Jesuit.
So what happened that made you realize that you needed our service?
So basically, I was in tutoring before, and then it came time for my first SAT, and I realized that my math score was like I've always been pretty good at math in school. I've always been like top of my class, but then when it came to the SAT, I realized that I just needed like a good guide and a good course and structure that would allow me to get the score that I really wanted.
So what was your situation at that time? You were a junior. What math class were you in?
Yeah, I was during junior year, and then I was in honors pre-calc, but then I don't know, the tutoring just wasn't working. Like I took an SAT, and then my friends that were with me in the tutoring, I stopped doing the tutoring, and then they kept doing the tutoring with the same person, and then when they took the second SAT, they only improved like 10 points or something, and I realized like, oh, like I need something better, something more structured, more developed. And then that's when I reached out, because I have a lot of friends that did piece of pie, um and they've all gotten really good scores, like 700 highs. And then I'm like, oh, I'm at the same level as these kids, so I should be getting these same scores. And then that's when I reached out.
Nice, bro. And at first, like, what was your expectation of the virtual group environment?
Yeah, so at first I thought like being in front of a screen for 4 hours, it was gonna be like super annoying, super boring. But honestly, it wasn't that bad, because we're always doing like it's fast, it's quick paced. So you don't really have time to like get distracted by other things. Like you're always on task. So it wasn't that bad.
Nice, bro. And I guess for someone else who's um interested or thinking about it, how would you describe our service to them?
It's so well organized that you don't really have to do anything. You just have to do what they tell you. For me, I didn't really have to look to do anything, because there was just always the resources were there. I just had to apply myself and do what needed to be done.
Was it hard work?
It was tough, but like you get the hang of it. But it was good. It was good. It was worth it.
Nice, bro. And so ultimately, what result did we help you get? Like, what was your, beginning score, final score, and your improvement?
Yeah, so I started at a 610, and I was able to reach a 750 with 140 points of improvement.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you did the work. That's the other thing that I like to always make
Yeah.
clear. That's why I asked you earlier, was it a lot of work? And I'm glad you said yes.
I
Nobody
think
ever
that
says,
yeah, I think that the best thing to do is just like the practice test. Because like you can do the homework, but I feel like if you don't do a lot of practice tests, like I think that's the best way to like get better. Just do a bunch of practice tests, and then you're able to see all the questions, and then the day of the test comes and you're well prepared.
let me ask you, what if you only did practice tests, nothing else?
No, no, you can't, because first you have to learn like the different topics that we learned in class, and then like with the specific like worksheets that you guys made, and then like you have to do that before doing the practices. If you just do the practices, like you'll never learn how to do the questions. So first you have to learn how to do them, and then you're able to apply them with what you know.
And that's how we do it, bro. And I'm
Yeah,
glad you said that, because I feel like a lot of people either do one or the other, right? Either they only do practice tests, but it's like, all right, you're just gonna keep not knowing what to do because the
yeah,
questions keep
exactly.
changing.
Yeah, you have
And
to know, you have to learn first and then apply.
but then there's people who have done our prep and they don't realize what you're saying, where it's like, nah, you can't just go to class and you can't just do the worksheets for homework. At the end, I
Yeah,
started assigning math practice tests, right?
yeah. You just
You got to do it.
hold on. Yeah, you have to, because if you just learn something but you don't practice it, you're just gonna like forget it. Like it's like you learned it for nothing. You have to make it a habit and like apply it to the practice test, and then that's what helps you get the higher score when the day of the test comes.
Perfect, bro. I was gonna ask you what advice, but you just gave it. That was the
Yeah.
on point, dude. That was good. And I guess how could we, improve our program for future students?
honestly, like I don't think there's anything that you guys can improve because like the course is so well structured and like there's so much material that honestly the only thing that like we as the students or the people attending Pizza Pie, like all we can do is just get the work in and then yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else that can improve upon.
Nice, bro. Is there anything else we should know?
Well, like it allowed me to like I'm way more secure in the schools that I wanted to get into because I want to like for me personally I want to study something in engineering, so I needed I needed a good math score. So for example, like I think Michigan the 50th percentile is 750. I was aiming for that because that's what I needed like minimum. But yeah, thank God I got it, so now I feel much safer that I'm most likely gonna get into that school.
You missed, right?
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'm wishing you luck here, bro. That's good. And when you get in, you gotta let me know.
Of course.
When you get in, that's gonna be sick.
Of course.
All right, bro. Well, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
And to everyone else, peace.